Right, hello the people of Syria. This is a very important article in the Evening Standard about Bashar al-Assad. I'll go back to the date. So, Evening Standard, Thursday, 6 October 2011. Page 7. Page 7 in the Evening Standard. Right, Syrian rulers' global property empire up for sale as they prepare for defeat. Which means that the Assad family are preparing themselves to leave Syria. This article is by Nabila Ramdani. A property empire including London flats and houses is being sold off and turned into hard cash by the dictators running Syria. It emerged today, which means they changed the property into cash, so they put them in banks in Russia and China and anywhere in the world, or in Iran. So be careful, Syrian people. Follow this article. It is thought to include a 10 million townhouse in Mayfair bought by Rafat al-Assad, the so-called butcher of Hama, who allegedly led a massacre of up to 40,000 people in 1982. By the way, Rafat al-Assad has a property in Paddington, next to Paddington police station, huge land worth about 200 million pounds. So please go to Edgware Road and take photos of that land behind Paddington police station, which owned by Rafat al-Assad, and it has a lot of posters on the outside, adverts I mean. Right, I'll carry on with the article. Asma al-Assad, the glamorous Syrian First Lady, is a UK passport holder who was born and raised in London, where her parents still live and where she still owns homes. Her husband Bashar al-Assad is leading a ruthless and bloody campaign against pro-democracy campaigners inspired by the Arab Spring revolutions. The selling of the property is significant because it suggests that the al-Assad are liquidating assets in case they are forced out of power. London property belonging to toppled dictators Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, Hosni Mubarak of Egypt, and Zain al-Abidin bin Ali of Tunisia was seized soon after their removal from power. French satirical and current affairs magazine Charlie Hebdo today said that Rafat, Bashar's uncle, has sold off his huge property portfolio in the United States, London, Spain and France, with the clan wanting to liquidate their overseas homes as quickly as possible. As you know, there are 30 billion pounds which were taken in 1 year from Syria during the 80s by al-Assad. The magazine, which has obtained official documents confirming the transactions, says that two huge lots belonging to the al-Assads in Puerto Banús, the marina town on Spain's Costa del Sol, are on the market for up to 600 million pounds. Even this figure has been discounted by many millions, suggesting that the al-Assads are eager to get rid of the property as quickly as possible. In fact, Asma al-Assad has about properties in High Street Kensington, according to Wahid Saqar, worth 3 billion pounds. They bought a lot of properties recently in High Street Kensington area in London. Anyway, I'll carry on with the article. Dozens of apartments in Paris, a traditional home for wealthy tyrants, are also being sold, together with an estate in Bessancourt, north of Paris. I repeat, in Bessancourt, north of Paris, according to the magazine. Asma al-Assad, 36, was said to have been spending time in London with her 3 children as the turmoil in Syria intensified. So she spent about maybe a couple of months here in one of the houses opposite Rafat al-Assad in Hampstead, and also in Hilton in Park Lane. Her father Fawaz Akhras, a consultant cardiologist, and mother Sahar, a former diplomat, live in a family home in Acton. Rafat al-Assad, 73, the former vice president of Syria, moved into a Georgian house of Park Lane in 2009. He has never been indicted by an international court for the Hama massacre in 1982. There are numerous independent accounts of his alleged involvement, but he has denied the claims. Anyway, the issue is, the Syrian people, please watch carefully how the Syrian families are laundering, the Assad family, the Assad family, Bashar al-Assad and his relatives, are laundering the money and buying and selling properties and smuggling money here and there. So be careful, watch al-Assad family accounts all over the world. So here, a photo about Bashar says, bloody campaign, President Bashar al-Assad is fighting a pro-democracy movement. So now, Bashar, as you can see, he is preparing himself to reach Syria, so he is defeated. Please tell this to the Shebihah and tell them to prepare themselves to move out of Syria with him. These 65,000 Shebihah members, they should know about this article. Please tell them about it, to read it, and thank you so much for listening and watching the people of Syria.